What is up, everybody? As I mentioned in my previous video, for this video we are going to be talking about the brand new evolution to Leone Claw known as Leone Crest. So in this video I am going to be talking about its parts, what they do, what I think about them, and I'm not going to be doing this with only 10% battery. So let's get right into the video. Alright, so just before we get started here, if you haven't seen the previous video where I went over Phoenix Rudder, I am going to try and put a link in the description below to watch that video if you want to, and then come to this one. It doesn't actually matter which one you watch first or not, but just gonna put that in there just so you know. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Leone Crest. So Leone Crest is the new defense type that's coming up, and it's the evolution to Leone Claw, which once again, this is a type changed bay. So from balance type to defense type. And this thing is a very thick defense type. I mean, it is chunky as hell. You're gonna see it up here once I put everything in. But yeah, looking at it just from the layer overall, this thing is like a, what should I say? It's like a beefier version of what Hell Kerbex was in boost mode. Super chunky. The black part in its layer, or it's the ratchet. Yeah, it's the ratchet, the new ratchet 760, which I will get into later. It fuses, it's literally made to mesh well with the actual metal wheel of Leone Crest to make it like this super chunky defense type bay that it is. Looking at Leone Crest itself, as I said, it reminds me of Hades Kerbex, but other than that, it's got like a bunch of like blades, kind of like not 15 blades like Poison Serpent, but a very similar shape to Poison Serpent, if you do remember that Beyblade. And yeah, moving on there, we have the new ratchet, which is 760, so 7 side, 60 millimeter height, and this is purely just going to be a total defense style ratchet right here. It's just going to be taking hits. When I look at it here, it's got 7 sides, but like it's very round. It's so circular. I imagine that this ratchet is already going to be like super good in combos. It's probably going to be better than 5-sided, but that's just speculation right now. Obviously we don't have it in hand. But yeah, as I said before, this ratchet is just meant to pair. Okay, so pause here at the moment, guys. At this point in my recording, for some reason, my audio just completely decided to just stop working entirely. So this whole section of the video, basically my mouth is moving. You probably won't see it because I'm probably just gonna freeze it for a bit. But like I'm moving, I'm talking, but there's no audio at all. So I'm quickly just going to go ahead and restate what I was saying in this part of the video, which is essentially when it comes to the 760 ratchet, it's built to be like, it's built to like work super well with the layer when you see it in its general shape. It's just like a super, it's a fairly thick ratchet, kind of like the 5-sided one, but it's super thick, and therefore what it will do is it will just be a very high defense type of ratchet. And then overall, I think it's going to be a very good ratchet to put on Leone Crest here. Especially when paired with that layer. You can see it from the side profile image up top with the little swirly yellow things. It pretty much works like in flush with the layer. And then later on, I'm talking about gear needle here, and what essentially with the gear needle, I think it's probably the weakest part of the release. Gear needle isn't necessarily bad, but isn't like too great either. The thing with needle that I've seen is that whenever it goes on that extreme line and spins around pretty fast, it pretty much will always kind of like, what's the word? It will sort of just kind of shift off center from itself, which would make the movement be super sporadic. And that kind of becomes an issue for the stamina and balance. You see this with needle, and then you see this with high needle. Gear needle kind of does the same thing, but the thing is, because gear needle is meant to be like more aggressive than the normal needle bit, it should be fine because this bay is going to kind of counterattack here and there. I believe I mentioned this like last part a little later in the video, so it might be repeated, but
hopefully it's not too bad. Anyway, yeah, sorry about that. I know this kind of like just destroys, like, not really destroys, but it just makes like the overall video quality worse. But at this moment, I don't actually know how to recover audio. So if anyone knows how to do that, just leave it in the comments below, and I'd greatly appreciate it. But yeah, anyway, just gonna move on to the next part of the video. I'm sure at some point here, I pretty much just talk about like the parts that I would like to try on this, the things that I think would work best, and yeah, so on and so forth.
That is the combo. So that is the UX06 Leone Crest. Furthermore, when I look at this box art, initially when I saw this bay, there was a certain graphic that I saw that had like, you were gonna see it up here, it's gonna have like these little circles around it. It made it seem like this is supposed to be like a free spin bay. That's what I initially thought at first, is that either the ratchet was gonna free spin, because the direct translation was something like, it can take hits from any side or something like that. So I thought, I was like, wait, does this thing free spin? But it does not free spin. I don't think, I just put that out there because I don't know if anyone else thought the same thing. Because if you see this graphic that I'm gonna put up here, it looks similar to a graphic that's supposed to represent free spin, but it doesn't do that. I believe it doesn't. I think it would be too early to even have a free spin gimmick, but going off of that, I think it would be super nice. So what do I think as far as meta is concerned for this bay? The layer, we'd have to first test it out to see like actually how good and stable it is for like a defense comp or a balance comp for that matter. But the ratchet itself, I think, is going to be super, super good. Like as I said, just looking at the thing, it's just like straight up solid walls on each side, and it's such a round ratchet that I don't think it will really be that bad. Now, when I'm looking at it, when I'm looking at the bay here from a side profile, there's a black part that is beneath the metal part, and I don't know if that is part of the ratchet or if that is part of the layer. I'm thinking that that is part of the layer itself, and then the small thing inside of it, down to the bottom, that part is the ratchet. So if that is the case, I think that ratchet is still gonna be very, very good, because then there won't be like the gap thing that I'm seeing here. Let me actually take a look at this on the other picture here. Yeah, no, okay, so that black part is just part of the metal wheel there. But yeah, this ratchet, I'm looking forward to using it, because I think this would be super good. Like, I think this would pair, because of how round it looks, it would pair so well with a wizard rod for a defense type. And then you put a bit like, what was it called? Not ball, but what was the one that came with Viper tail? You put it on that bit, or you put it on the gear ball bit. I think this might be a combo where you do wizard rod, you do 760, and then you put gear ball. And even though gear ball has such a low resistance, I think just that combo and the sturdiness of the ratchet and that layer will make up for the weakness that is gear ball. And gear ball can still produce that counterattack motion if you wanted to keep that, while still retaining super high stamina. But yeah, that is my thoughts on Leone Crest. Just go ahead, let me know what you guys think. I think this is gonna be a pretty good release. If anything, for that I know I'm talking about that ratchet so much, but I honestly, I really think that ratchet is gonna be good. And if it's not, then this video is a total comedy. But regardless, I'm gonna post it. So yeah, I think that ratchet's gonna be really good. I think Leone Crest is gonna be all right. It depends on its balance. If it has the weight distribution and the balance that is similar to Wizard Rod, I think it's going to be a super good layer. If not, you could probably put it on an attack combo, but there's definitely better layers for attack combos there. But yes, the best thing off of just straight up visual alone, I can say it's going to be 760. Gear needle is the biggest weakness in this stock combo, in my opinion. I think you can put anything else on that. You could put, I don't want to say gear ball again, but you could put like, let's see, if you put the new bit that came, oh yeah, if you put ignite. If you put fusion on this, I think that would make it better, honestly. Put fusion on this bay. and that would be better. But yeah, those are my thoughts for the new Leone Crest. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for this bay? Or if you're not, just go ahead and comment below what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I am hoping to get the Cobalt Drake and as well as the new turtle, and then, or yeah, the new turtle bay and then the new big Beyblade Stadium sometime here soon. It's been like a week or so after its release, I think, something around then. Actually, no, it hasn't been a week. It's only been a few days. Yeah, it's only been some few amount of days, but yeah, once those come in, I will definitely do a video. You'll probably see a picture of the package in my YouTube community posts before I actually do the unboxing video. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.